Monsieur Spade is the latest in a long line of works that feature the iconic film noir detective Samuel Spade. Like all great works of mystery fiction, the writings that feature Spade use many of the noir genre film tropes, but they were the projects originating these tropes that are now well known. Unsurprisingly, it didn't take long for movies to adapt the stories of Sam Spade, bringing them to audiences everywhere. While many actors have taken on the role, only a few have defined it, and their legacies have been intertwined with that of Spade himself. Dashiell Hammett's 1930 novel, The Maltese Falcon, is the source material that inspired the many iterations of Samuel Spade and was one of the few stories that Hammett wrote about the character. However, this doesn't change how influential he is or how instrumental Spade's archetype has become within the film noir genre. Some of the best film noir movies of all time are adaptations of The Maltese Falcon, and many of the hard-boiled detectives who feature prominently in these narratives have elements of Spade in their descriptions and development. Without Sam Spade, the noir genre wouldn't be the same. Only 1 year after the publication of The Maltese Falcon, Hollywood brought it to life on the silver screen. However, Samuel Spade has returned to the limelight thanks to the popularity of Monsieur Spade, but this is a Spade that audiences have never seen before. Monsieur Spade takes place after The Maltese Falcon and incorporates neo-noir elements into the story to keep the audience engaged. Thanks to the enduring interest in detective narratives, it's unlikely that Sam Spade will ever fade from the cultural memory. Even if it's only through influence and references, The Maltese Falcon and Spade remain important. Mike O'Malley, The Strange Case of the End of Civilization as We Know It, 1977. A lesser-known British parody that uses Spade as a small character. Mike O'Malley's Sam Spade isn't a crucial part of the satirical take on the detective genre, The Strange Case of the End of Civilization as We Know It. John Cleese, known for his work in films like Monty Python and The Holy Grail, stars in The Strange Case as Arthur Sherlock Holmes, a parody of the British Private Eye. Though the narrative doesn't center on him, Sam Spade and other over-the-top iterations of famous fictional detectives, like Hercule Poirot, make appearances throughout the movie. With a runtime of just under an hour, the movie has largely been forgotten about. There's little nuance and stylization in O'Malley's take on Spade, as the character isn't on screen very long, and the actor is primarily paying homage to Humphrey Bogart's performance as Spade. Cleese's comedic timing and the throwaway jokes and references throughout the script are the best parts of The Strange Case of the End of Civilization as We Know It. As it was made for television, there wasn't a wide release of the film, and the budget was low. Despite this, there are funny moments, and the legacy of Spade is a fun part of the story. Peter Falk, Murder by Death, 1976. Though he's best known for playing Columbo, Peter Falk once played Samuel Spade. It's hard to determine which detective played by Peter Falk is the most famous, as Columbo and Samuel Spade left their mark on the detective genre for different reasons. Falk played Spade amid Columbo's 35-year run, and this is likely why he was tapped for the role of Spade. Though Columbo had comedic moments, Murder by Death was a pure comedy. It was a send-up of works of fiction by authors like Agatha Christie or Hammett. Styled after the whodunit, Murder by Death sees each of its actors take on the role of a famous literary or film detective. There were many famous guest stars of Columbo, but Murder by Death features an equally star-studded cast with Dame Maggie Smith, Truman Capote, and Peter Sellers. It's easy to see how Murder by Death influenced the 1985 movie Clue, and Spade being featured in Murder by Death shows how instrumental the character has been within the mystery genre. When watching Falk, it's difficult to separate him and his portrayal of Spade from his work as Columbo, but the stellar actor makes it work the best he can. Unsurprisingly, Falk also attempts to emulate Bogart through his speech and mannerisms.